Everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here. I am the host of Influence Builder, the Facebook group, and also the owner and founder of Influence Builder, the company. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about how to 10x your traffic. So, I'm not going to tell you that you have to 10x your efforts because I already know you guys are working really hard as it is. It's not about that. In fact, when we are increasing traffic and we're increasing sales, it's actually much more of an aligned an aligned effort of working smarter, not harder, and just focusing in on what's really moving the needle forward. And I say moving the needle forward a lot. So just, bear with me. It's one of my things. Um, so we're going to talk about that. And I'm just going to give you one today, one thing that you guys can start doing and one thing that you guys can start thinking about. And I find that a lot of times people think that their traffic issue is something that it's not really what it is. So either they think it's their messaging, or they could even be like, well, maybe it's just the lead magnet, maybe that's not working. And it tends to be something much simpler. So yes, part of it can be the messaging. Yes, it may not be the right lead magnet or the right product or, some of those things, but a lot of times it's that we're simply not showing up where our ideal clients are looking for the solution that we provide. So that's one thing. The other thing that it is that we're not providing a solution that they have an immediate need to take care of. So a lot of times I find that people, what they think is an immediate need of their ideal client or what they think is going to entice and engage their client to come in is not the thing. So this is where I'm going to go in more with you guys, because I don't think this is taught enough, especially with digital marketing. This is where it starts. The attraction piece is where it starts. So if you were to look at a funnel, and this would be what we call the top of a funnel, the very top. I know none of it makes sense. A funnel is so backwards, right? Like, wait, we're not starting at the bottom? No, we're starting at the top of the funnel because it's going down. Um, not like our worthiness. We're not spiraling down. No, a funnel is actually just moving people down in a really positive way. So at the top of the funnel, it's all about attraction. It's all about attraction. And people are attracted to what is going to serve them, what is going to take care of them, what is it that's going to solve a challenge for them. That's where they come in. That's where they come into your funnel. That's where they come into your inner circle, or well, not maybe not the inner circle, but they come into your circle of influence. So what does it take to get them in there? You're solving a problem. You're solving a problem for them. You're solving a problem, or you're getting them to acknowledge that they have a place to develop, right? There's an area where they need to develop, and it's something that's really important to them. So putting it all aside, is it a challenge? Is it inspiration? Let's put that aside and let's just say and keep it simple that you have shown them something that they know that they need and they really need and want it immediately. It's an immediate need. So that's what it is that you're doing with attraction. So a lot of times I find we haven't done a good job at getting them to acknowledge that what we have for them, the solution that we have, the offering that we have, the lead magnet that we have, we're not getting them to acknowledge that one, they need it right now, and two, what it is that we're delivering is what they need. So that's where all this starts. So how, I know everyone's like, oh, okay, I'm probably doing that, or I can see that. That makes sense. How do I shift this? How do I create a lead magnet or an offering that I know people need? Well, it's not that simple. The first thing is you may have it, right? So at the beginning, I told you guys may have it. You may just not be showing up where your ideal client is looking for that particular solution. So what are some ways to know where they're showing up for that solution? You get to do a little research. Yay! Not market research. It's not market research. It's just research. So this is a really great kind of research. It's researching what questions people are asking. And there's a couple of ways that you can do this. It's a lot like SEO, right? So we're looking for keywords, we're looking for things that we have a topic in mind. We provide a solution to a very specific topic. So we can actually use SEO strategies here. For you guys that don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization. So there's words that people will look for, and there's keyword phrases. So multiple words that people will write out and they'll type out in Google when they're looking for something like, how do I brush my hair? Right. So that's a keyword phrase. That's a keyword phrase. Like, how do I brush my hair? I don't know why that one came in. It probably looks because I need to brush my hair. But that is a keyword phrase. And somebody who was searching for that, the SEO, the search engine optimization, is actually acknowledging that that's a keyword phrase of an ideal client and utilizing that in website copy, sales page copy. And of course, there's all these other little apps that we can use on our website for that. So we're actually going to use something like that in order to understand the questions that our ideal clients could be asking that we have a solution to. So you can go to SEMrush, semrush.com. That's a really good one. I like that one a lot. I use that one. I've actually have it on my Google Chrome. So when I'm looking at websites, if I'm doing this for a client, if I'm looking at a client's competitor, then I can understand these guys are doing really well in their organic traffic, meaning that people are searching for a topic and then their website pops up and they go to that website to get the answer. So that's one way, guys. So yes, SEO is important. I know we've got a couple of SEO people in this group. I'm not SEO. That is not my expertise, but I know how important it is. So if that's something that you're like, ooh, I think that that's something I need to look into, then make sure on Fridays, because we have our promo Fridays, that you look and see who's promoting and see who does SEO. Or if you're an SEO expert, guys, I invite you to go ahead and just drop your name in the chat below the video. So that's one thing. That's one thing people do use to search for a solution. So SEO is a great way to fill that top of your funnel. If you haven't done it yet, yeah, I would definitely look into it. And I want to say that that really is going to be specific to people who are actively looking for a solution and they're looking in search engines. So if your people are looking for an answer and they don't know where to find it and the first thing they go to is Google, SEO would definitely be something for you to start implementing to see if what your solution is highly marketable. So that's a really good example of when you do have a solution, we're just not looking in the right place. The other one is, what if our solution isn't the immediate need that my ideal clients have? What do I do? How do I know? I don't want to hound people that aren't my clients right now. So then it just becomes like, usually, guys, it's pretty simple. You may just be looking at the surface layer, right? So you may just be looking at the very top layer of what it is that people are saying that they need. And without going a little bit deeper, without asking really good questions to get underneath why they need that. So what's an example? So I would say there's a lot of coaches in here, right? There's a lot of coaches in this group. There's a lot of consultants. And what I've noticed the trend is that if I was to say, what is it that your clients need? They'll say one of two things. They need more. My clients need more clients. Or my clients need cash flow, right? So, I mean, a lot of people are saying, I need leads, and then we can get them into the sales process. So with that piece, I always ask, I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. You're a business coach. You have clients that need sales, right? Because you're helping them with their business, so they need to sell their products. So the next question becomes, all right, why do they need the money? What's going on in their business where they need money like this? And then we go into a conversation about it and just like, okay, so you've got some clients now, and we'll usually refer to clients that we have right now that they enjoy working with. And I'll ask questions on, So when did they come to you? When during their journey did they come to you and they'll have an answer? I'm like, what was going on for them when they first came in? And they'll have an answer for that. I'm like, great. Okay. So I'll just use one example. So one of my clients, their clients come in to them because they've built out a course or a program. They've been trying to market and sell it online for months. Haven't sold a one. Haven't sold a one. And they come into them saying, I really need to learn how to sell this. This needs to be done, or I'm going to have to close up shop and go find a job. Right. So that's kind of how they come in. They're saying that if they don't start selling it, they're going to have to go find a 9 to 5, which is what they left, and they really don't want to do it. And it really bothers them. So there is a sense of urgency for them to sell and to sell their products online. So that question is, okay, well, what are they doing then? Where are they looking for their ideal clients? And where am I looking for my ideal clients that is looking for ideal clients? And it's not normally where you think it is. So what I will say is like, okay, if your ideal client is trying like mad to sell, who is their clients? We have to go deeper. Who's their clients? Well, their client says, all right, where are they selling to them? They're selling to them on Facebook platform, right? Facebook groups. Okay, what kind of Facebook groups are they selling them? Oh, you know what? They're selling to them in I'm gonna say probably entrepreneurial ones. Great. So now we know where they are, and we know that they're selling, and we know that they're bombing. They're bombing in their sales process. So it's a pretty simple straight shot into there. And then all you have to do is you have to show up and just give them some tips. So see where they're trying to sell or see where they're trying to ask questions and give them some tips. It's a really simple one, right? So where people usually don't think about this is that, listen, we're on the Facebook platform. Your ideal clients, yeah, I get it, they're there. But think about it this way, is that when they're on Facebook and they're looking for other clients that are on Facebook, chances are they're not looking to be sold to if they're in sales mode. They're not looking to be sold to, right? So Facebook may not be the best platform. However, if you think about the human experience here, and if we step into their shoes, and they're saying, if I don't sell, I'm going to have to go get a job and a 9 to 5 job. So when they're in their weak moments, and I don't want to hit these guys in their weak, I'm not saying that. I'm just mentioning it because when they're in their weak moments, where are they going to go? Where are they going to go look for a job? They're going to look on LinkedIn. They're going to look in Indeed. They're going to look where? Other job boards, and they're going to feel bad because they don't want to go back. They're not in sales mode at that moment. Those moments, they're not in sales mode. In those moments, they're seeking a solution. So when I say that sometimes we're not showing up where they are, we're also not showing up where they're seeking a solution. If we're showing up where they're trying to navigate sales, and that's not everybody, but a large percentage of people, they're going to be pretty one-track minded. No, I need to come do sales. So that's not actually where we want to sell to people who are trying to do their own sales. And when they're in a mode of, we'll just say it, desperation, they're going to be very, very straight shot here. So no peripherals at all. They're going to be looking straight ahead and trying to hit that goal. So that's not where you're going to bring them in. You're not going to bring them in if they're in sales mode. However, you may be able to intercept them during their job search when they're feeling really bad, when they're feeling like, if I could just figure this one piece out, I wouldn't have to apply for this job. So my recommendation then would be, let's get you out on LinkedIn. Let's get you in front of these people on LinkedIn. So I like to have people just take a step back. It's really a lot of stepping in your ideal client's shoes. You don't necessarily have to go right out and market research and say, hey, tell me this, tell me this, tell me this. I mean, market research, I love market research. It's essential. Market research is essential. I find that some of the best market research that we have done has been with very open-ended questions and more conversational where they don't feel put on the spot. Because that's the other thing, they don't want to feel put on the spot. So get really creative with this. This is a creative process. Marketing, I'll say it again. Yes, it's very scientific. It's very creative. And there's a lot of empathy involved in this. And the reason why there's a lot of empathy is that it takes empathy to step into someone else's shoes. If you're looking to sell to someone, you absolutely need to learn the ability to step into their shoes and to experience what their day is like, what they're going through, what their wants are, what their needs are, what their goals are, because they're always different than our own. So the quicker that you can get to taking your own filter off and stepping into their shoes and understanding them and understanding past the surface, the better that your sales are going to be, the more people that you're going to attract, and the quicker you're going to build your business in a way that's in alignment with you, something that you want to do. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. It's a long weekend for us here in the United States. So we will be back with another way to go ahead and 10x your traffic. And we've got a couple of really cool things happening in the group. If you guys aren't in this group, and this is streaming on one of my other platforms, I highly recommend you coming into Facebook and go ahead and search for Influence Builder. You will see our group come up. Come in and join us. There's so much good stuff that's happening in there. We've got a lot of great stuff happening the month of September and into October. I wouldn't want you guys to miss it. So we'll have more 10x your traffic hacks, and there is going to be a sign up. Yay! There's going to be a sign up for 10 days of these types of hacks. And it's going to be much, much more in depth than what even this conversation is. So hope you guys enjoy. Happy weekend.